That's right, it's time to change. So here's more than 20 faults with the Honda NC750X. 1. A 17-inch front rim. It really should have a 19-inch front rim, given that it looks like an adventure bike. Number 2. A very short mudguard. I had to buy this extender so that the wheel didn't push crap all up over the motor and onto the exhaust. Fault number 3. No radiator guard. So I had to build a radiator guard so that stones, etc. wouldn't wreck the fins on the radiator. Fault number 4. Non-adjustable front forks. Not even the ability to adjust the spring preload. So I had to buy spring preload adapters to put on the top of the forks. Fault number 5. The handlebars are too low, so I had to buy and fit bar risers. Fault number 6. No hand or lever protection, so I've had to buy these nice bar busters and attach them to the bike. These not only keep the wind off your hands, but stop the levers breaking when you inevitably drop the bike. Fault number 7. No heated grips to protect my delicate little hands from the cold, so I had to buy these Oxford heated grips. Fault number 8. The LCD screen. It really is hopeless. It's very difficult to see in any sort of light. It's either got to be dark or the light's got to be just right to be able to see the screen. Fault number 9. The windscreen. It really is too low. So again, I've had to buy an extension and put it on the top of the windscreen so that the wind comes up over the top of my helmet rather than right on the front of it. Fault number 10. The foot pegs. These are the original foot pegs. Tiny, skinny little pegs. Very uncomfortable. So I've had to buy some aftermarket pegs that are wider and actually drop down a little bit further to make them more comfortable. Fault number 11. No centre stand. So I've had to buy and fit a centre stand myself. This makes it so much easier to be able to oil the chain and for any other type of maintenance. Fault number 12. No luggage rack. So again, I've had to build a luggage rack and fit it to the bike so that I can put luggage or a top box on the back of the bike. Fault number 13. The swing arm. It really is quite poor. Just made out of steel box section. Very thin, the sort of stuff you'd get from a $2 shop. And the adjuster blocks look just as bad. So I've built some new ones to make it look a little bit better. But the inside of that swing arm would be susceptible to rust in nasty conditions and really needs to be sprayed with some sort of anti-corrosive from time to time. Fault number 14. Seat comfort. The seat's as hard as a lump of wood. Not only is the seat hard, but it slopes forward as well, pushing you forward onto the bike and being very uncomfortable. So I've had to change the seat slope to make it comfortable to sit on. Fault number 15. The engine exhaust sound. It sounds pathetic. Ning ning ning, ning 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 ning, ning ning ning. So I've had to buy an aftermarket exhaust slip-on to make it sound a little bit more like a motorbike. Fault number 16. The levers. On the brake lever there's a nice reach adjustment. However, over on the clutch lever there's nothing. So to get the right reach, I've got to leave more than the normal amount of slack just to get the reach correct. Fault number 17. The fuel filler. it's under the back seat. So if you want to carry luggage on the back seat, it's a pain to fill up for fuel. Fault number 18, the air cleaner. It is very difficult to get to. You have to remove all this crap before you can get to the air cleaner box to be able to get the air cleaner out and replace it. Fault number 19, no cruise control. So I've had to put this very rudimentary friction cruise control on so that I can let my wrist relax from time to time when I'm cruising on long distance rides. Fault number 20, very poor OEM chain. The chain links froze after 20,000 kilometres. Fault number 21, poor OEM tyres. This bike came fitted with Dunlop 609s and they're very poor in the rain and didn't last very long. Which I guess is a good thing because I got to replace them. Fault number 22, very low power. In fact, this bike produces less power than the original Honda 754. Fault number 23, the bike is actually quite small and cramped. I'm only 190 centimetres tall, and when sitting on the bike, my knees are quite bent. So, with all these faults, it's time to change. That's right, it's time to change into my bike gear and go for a ride. Because even after all these faults, I still love riding this bike, and I've got no intention of selling it. I've owned the bike for over 3.5 years, done just over 50,000 kilometres, and it's taken me on many adventures. We're heading for Tasmania for 2 weeks in just a few days, and so I'm looking forward to more adventures to come. And if you want to know why I still like riding this bike, have a look at my review links at the end of this video, or go to my channel for a whole lot of other videos on this bike.